Hello one and all and welcome to WRD Gaming. How's it all going? Hope you are all well, fine and dandy on this lovely Thursday evening. Although looking at the weather here at the Isle of Man, it doesn't look that nice here, it doesn't. It looks pretty crap. So yeah, I hope you're all good. This is part 4 of TT Ride on the Edge 3. I can hear me talking there, just checking my sound levels as per usual. You know, hopefully there will become a time when I don't actually do that. You know, because I know it starts to get a bit annoying. And hopefully the sound levels are okay. I don't want to be too muffled. I mean, I'm sure you can hear that in the background. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into part 4 of the career mode. So let's go into our trusted map. As you can see, we have done 2 of the qualifiers and 2 of the races. We need to do 8 of each to be able to qualify, literally qualify for the Isle of Man TT and then hopefully do the race. Now, the next one coming up will be this one. We also have a couple of events here we could do. So there is, but we will concentrate on qualifying, the next qualifying session. So this will be the Southwest Course, Section 3, unofficial qualifying event. Set your best time to be placed in the highest position in the next race event. This is going to take place in the morning and it's going to be clear. So we will start. Now, as you may have seen or not seen from the previous video, there's actually 2 sessions when it comes to each qualifying session, for lack of a better word. You have the initial free practice, which is what we're on now, and then if you skipped this, you would then be on to the actual qualifying. As you can see, we can't skip the session yet. We need to start the event. So I could skip this session and go straight into the qualifying. I might actually do that because you still get half an hour. So I'm going to skip this. So there we go. Hit continue. Then that should take us into the actual qualifying event. As you can see, qualifying 30 minutes. Again, sorry, I'm just testing my my settings here. Let's go into game settings just for a second. I have actually bumped the AI difficulty level up to 50%. It was sitting at 40. I want to bump it up to 50 and then perhaps even bump it up to 60, depending on how it goes, because 40 just seemed a bit too easy. We'll see what 50% is like. As you can see here at the top, if you go look at the top above Connor Commons, you'll see qualifying competitors, weather conditions, attempts, AI skill, and starting method. The AI skill is sitting at 50%. So let's start this event. So there we go, 29 minutes on the clock. We will go to the track and we will try to get down a decent time. So let's go. This, of course, is on, it says section 3 of the TT course. But we will see what we can do. Don't want to fall off too many times. Looks like there's a bit of a tight corner coming up. So we'll get into this. That wasn't done too bad. That wasn't done the best, but we're still on the bike. We haven't fallen off. That's the main thing. This looks like we may be coming. Yeah, this is part of the mountain course. Then this is the last section of the last section of the actual TT circuit is up the mountain, and then pretty much flat out, as you can see. Bit of a tightish corner coming up here. Nothing we can't really handle. I say that, and I'm either being too cautious, which is losing me time, or I'm not being cautious enough, and that's making me lose time because I'm being a bit reckless. But we got through it. We didn't fall off the bike, which is the main thing. So I have to say, it was nice to see the previous video in this series, part 3, got, I think it's definitely over 100 views, which for me is pretty damn good. I think the first couple of ones got maybe 20, 30, 40 views, but that one got like quite a number. I don't know why. And I just fell off the bike and died. I don't know why I got so many views, but I'm not complaining. It was good to see. And thank you for everyone that watched. Now, this all seems a bit different. It seems like we're working up the mountain course, but now we've like taking a side turn. It's lovely, isn't it? But don't want to fall off the bike too many more times though, as I fall off the bike, because we don't want to start losing out too much time. But as someone commented, like it is a quite difficult game to get to grips with, just because it's so unforgiving, as you can see. You know, one mistake, and I can hear this. Yeah, the people's coming behind me here. One mistake, and you're off the track. You're gone basically, much like the real thing. But I just need to concentrate, really. I'm just taking that with me, yeah. Oh, I thought I was going to make it there. I actually thought I was going to make that. Just skimmed the wall. Another tight, very tight corner. Very, very tight. Let's just see these wee niggly bits of the track like this that really get you. And then, as I said in my previous video as well, like, you know, we'll be doing this, but that doesn't necessarily mean we'll be racing on this circuit. This part of the circuit, you know, we'll be qualifying here, as you can see, but doesn't necessarily mean we'll be racing here. We'll be racing here. So it's like almost pointless even learning this. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I really need some practice on that. Maybe I should have done the practice session actually. I come to think of it. Oh, shit, a duck, fellas! What the hell? Ducking and reeving there. I thought I could go up the middle of them. I was being a bit cocky, if I'm being honest. I thought I could just skim right up between them and look cool as a cucumber, but sadly I looked as foolish as a clown. A clown without a circus. I looked as foolish as a clown in an MOT centre, whose car just failed the MOT. That'll be lost now. Anyone not watching this, like, in the UK. Right, can I catch these boys back up again? The worrying thing is that we've been going now for 5 minutes and there's no sign of the end of this, so obviously the longer the lap time, the less laps I can actually do in the half-an-hour period I've got. So I'm kind of hoping it comes to an end soon so I can get a couple more laps in to learn this. That being said, I don't mind fighting from the back, if need be. You know, if I qualify in 10th, I don't mind that. It can actually make it more fun. There's the end of the lap coming up now, so it's going to be, what, a 6-minute lap or something like that? Take away what is about 40 or 50 seconds of crashes. And you're probably talking, we'll say roughly about a 5-minute lap. Yeah? By the time you take all the crashes away. Well, that's us over the line, so let's go into the live session and see where that puts us. We're currently in 5th with a 5:59.277. Brian McCormick is first, a good 25 seconds. I'm bumped down to 6th already, actually. So that wasn't the best time at all. But I got a 4-second penalty. I don't know why. Oh, it must be for the crash I did that time when I was trying to go between the two riders. Right, well, I'm not going to waste too much time analysing that. We will go straight into another lap. I'm going to try and take it a little bit more seriously this time, so let's see if we can do this. Could do washing that, like. I love how the bike doesn't actually get some mechanical damage. But I guess we should be thankful for the bike getting muddy at all, I suppose. Right, well, let's see if we can do it this time. We will see if we can at least get a decent lap in. We're looking to beat, what, 5:33, so keep that in mind. We're trying to get sub 5:33 to beat Brian McCormick. It's the Tristies that I was a wee bit too cautious on the last time, but that didn't actually really cost me much time at all compared to like the, well, it must be 5 or 6, maybe 7 crashes I had. I may go silent for a second to concentrate on this. I do like to lift off every so often. I know you're meant to be going flat out, but sometimes I find you lift off slightly and it just gives you the edge. Alright, this is one of the Tristies. I think I crashed there the last time. Oh, I definitely crashed here, I think. Now, it's not exactly clean, but I am maybe gonna get through this without crashing. I've put some distance between myself and the guys behind me because they were pretty much on me at the start of the lap, and now I've kind of lost them, which is good news. So yeah, I like to lift off here slightly. Now I definitely crashed around about down here somewhere, because yeah, near the actual, must have been about here I crashed. See, I'm gonna crash again. Yeah, just the bike will not slow down enough going down that hill. If you're following the guide here, I need to actually brake before it tells me to brake, you know, before it goes red or orange. I need to brake before that, just because you're going downhill. The bike just doesn't have the capacity to stop in time. It's going against its own weight. But here, if we can get away with just one crash, I'd be happy. I know definitely on the last lap by now I had crashed about 3 times, I think. So, mind you, there I've just messed it up again. So this could be where the lap just starts to fall apart. But keep in mind, we're still looking to try and do a sub 5:33 lap. So, you know, we can crash we can crash again, but as long as we beat that time or get closer to that time, I'll be happy. Ah, man. Ooh. That was a big one. That was a big one. Some serious sense of speed in this game. I mean, I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, and I mean, it's one thing everyone talks about when it comes to the Ride on the Edge games. All 3 of them, they all have this amazing sense of speed. Just with the way the trees and the surrounding stuff, the furniture, so to speak, flies past you, and then you have the sound of the wind. The game does a really good job of emphasizing the speed you're doing. It always seems like, you know, a shame to use this braking line, because, oh my god, I thought I was going to save that, because it does take away a lot of the immersion factor. But trust me, if I didn't have that line, I'd never be on the bike for more than 5 seconds at a time. I'd just be constantly coming off. I know some people probably frown upon it, but if it's in the game, I'm going to exploit it, you know. I'm going to exploit it because it's part of the game. I'm not playing online, I'm not doing that, so I don't see the harm in it. But it would be good if I could turn it off, but I just know it wouldn't be good to watch if I turned off this line. You just see me flying into all the walls. Now, we're sitting at a 5:20 here and we're close to this finish line. Can I be a jammy bugger and take it? I think I might take it, you know. A 5, that was definitely a 529. Let's go into live session. I have taken it, 529.029. Do I deserve that? Probably not. And a 2 second penalty? What was that for? What did I get a 2 second penalty for? I don't remember hitting anyone or doing anything bad. So still Brian McCormack in second, followed by Jamie Card and James Hillier. Joey Thompson looking good, Connor Cummings, Hutchie, Gary Johnson. Now, of course, you might notice there's no John McGuinness. That's because he would probably be in the Superbike class while in the Super Sport. But what I will do is, will I go back out? I think I will go back out. 17 minutes left. There's no reason why I can't go back out, do another lap. Try not to fall off at all this time. See if I can beat my 529. So let's go. Again, if I go silent or you don't hear too much commentary, then it's because I'm really, really concentrating. I'm pretty sure my time's alright. I'm confident that if I was to skip the session now, I would pretty much keep pole position. I mean, I don't want to sound cocky, but I honestly believe that. Even with the crashes, like that was still with the crashes. I think I had 3 crashes, 4. But I'm going to try and do this without crashing. Now, it might not be the cleanest lap. And I just... See, I'm a jinx to myself. But I'm going to keep it going because as long as I don't crash again, I should be okay. Short-term goal is to try and catch the rider in front. You'll see the arrow, the blue arrow in front of me there. Is to try and catch up with that guy, whoever it may be, and get past him. That's just a short-term goal. Obviously, long-term goal is to improve my time, overall lap time. I'm definitely catching this guy, but a little bit slower than I would have liked. Alright, let's not get too cocky here. Sometimes it's hard to get the bike turned, you see. Here comes the Tristies. I can hear him, and I'm gonna stay on the bike. No, I'm not. I'm gonna come off the bike, the track. So hopefully that didn't actually cost me too much time. Really, because it is such a slow corner. That has given the guy in front a chance to get away. Now here's what I was talking about the last time. So I want to kind of brake before we even get to the braking point. So yeah, there we go. We made it around the corner that time because I braked well before the braking point. Because the last couple of times I've skimmed that wall and come off, as you know. He's come off himself. It is in fact Brian McCormack. So there we go. There's 2 of them. I didn't realize there was 2 of them. Oh, for God's sake! Took my eye off the ball for a minute. Again, I wonder if this lap is on to be good. It'd be good if they could tell you that, you know, good if it had like for God's sake, that's ruined that. It'd be good if they had like a timer there that came up and said, you know, you're faster than your previous in this section of the circuit, or you're slower, because that way you could just cancel out and restart it rather than finish the lap. But it is what it is, and we'll do what we have to do, you know. Yeah, this is gone to shit, so it has. This is completely gone to shit, but I'm gonna finish it anyway. It's just so many little intricate bits to go through. Intricate? Is that the word? Yeah, I think it is. You know what I mean. Here comes that sense of speed again. Right, so it's funny because you can do so well and then you come off once and then that's you. You've kind of ruined your rhythm and then you just start making stupid mistakes and completely mess up the lap. You know, I kind of feel I've got some of the rhythm back now, but it's too little too late because the damage has been done there in the middle section of the... Again, there we go, come off. That's because I'm skidding myself. It seems like when you go to slow down the bike, it just does not want to turn. The end of the lap should be coming up, but we're sitting at 5 minutes already, so I don't think we're going to beat my previous time. But it's experience, isn't it? It's just learning the course, so there's a tiny bit more experience. And all things considered, that well, again, considering the amount of crashes I had, that wasn't exactly disastrous. Probably sitting at 5:35, I would guess. Less. So there you go, that was actually only 2 seconds off with a good few crashes. Oh, Connor Cummins is now up in the second. He's done a 5:31. So he has... Okay. So I want to probably go out again. We've got 11 minutes. So why not use that time? I'll go out to the track. Again, the goal is not to fall off. Take that as the goal for every time I go out here, is not to fall off the bike. If I do this without falling off, you have to subscribe to the channel. How's that for a deal? You don't have to pay anything, you just have to subscribe. So if I do this entire lap, you have to subscribe and like the video. That's the deal. And if you're watching this on Twitch, you have to follow me. Don't become a member, don't pay anything, just follow me. It's free. Again, sorry for going silent. I'm just really concentrating on this. So yes, it's currently July 4th. So happy Independence Day to anyone in America. And happy election day to everyone else here in the UK. And happy Thursday to everyone else in the world. All 4 people that might actually watch this eventually. Here, I tell you what, I haven't fallen off yet. Like, I probably just scudded myself, but I haven't. That was like just me riding in a daze, like almost automatically. You know, when you're in a car and you're driving, so you fucked it because I just started concentrating. You know, I was like, you know, when you're in a car and you're driving, and then you kind of just come to. You're not like you've been driving, you're conscious and all that stuff, but you just kind of come to and go, how the hell did I end up here? How did I get here? I don't remember going through such and such a place. That's what that was like. I was just on auto mode. Alright, so brake. See, I was braking, and again, it just would not stop. The bike just doesn't stop. That was full brakes. There's nothing else I could have done. That was full brake. All I could do is brake further back, but... It's such a... See what I mean? It's like really just messed up now. You make one mistake and then all of a sudden you're making 5 or 6 mistakes in the same bit of the track. So I was thinking, I remember saying at the last end of the last part of this, part three, that I was thinking about moving on to the superbike. The only problem with that is I'm not sure if you can move on to the superbike. I think you might have to go back to the start of the career mode and choose to do a superbike career, and then does that mean you have to do all 8 races and qualifying events again? I'm gonna have to look into that. It's just I'm not sure if I can just swap all of a sudden to a superbike. I very much want to, and I will certainly go and have a look at the options, but I'm just saying it might not be as easy as just, yes, I'm going to swap to a superbike now. It might be a whole restarting, not restarting, but going back out and then doing a whole separate career as a superbike rider. I will say this though, if it'd be nice if for the fourth game, if we get one, hopefully we do, they put in the super twins. I can understand the super stock because it is a little too close to the superbike and the super sport, but the super twins themselves, they're very different bikes, and of course the sidecars. I mean, it'd be good to have the sidecars as well. So it'd be very good. So that would be my request, is that you basically perfected everything else in terms of, like, the course is locked in. Just give us super twins and sidecars and maybe more competitors on track at one time rather than just 10. Maybe even like the top 20. I wonder if have I been jammy here and got myself a second? I think I did. If I didn't, hopefully with no penalties, I would have got myself a second there. Yeah, 5:28 I've done. So I've actually bought myself a second. Connor Cummings still in second. Cummins. I don't know why I say Cummings. It's Connor Cummins in second. Brian McCormack, not Cormick. Cormac in third, followed by Jimmy Carr, James Hillier, Joey Thompson, Ian Hutchinson, Royal Torres Martinez, Xavier Denis, and Gary Johnson on the Triumph. So, 4 more minutes. Should I do another lap? There's no harm in doing another lap, sure, it's not just seeing this out. We'll do another lap to finish the session off, and then we'll get into the race. Hopefully, I will hold on to pole position, and we will confirm whether we are actually racing on this part of the circuit or a completely separate part of the circuit, which makes all this null void, because if you're going into the race itself blind, you may as well be in last place. There's a very good start. You may as well be in last place because you don't actually know the layout. That makes sense. Sometimes I raffle on and I forget I'm doing this live, and it's like, well, I've said that. Right, if we can get away with this, one crash. Yeah. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Will it let me finish the lap, or will it just cut to black as soon as that goes to 0? It should, in theory, let me finish the lap because, I'm on it, I've started it. Ah, good. Didn't come off. Some views. brake. Brake some more. Brake again. Get into the twisty. Spring it round. Brake again. Fly down here. Ease off because I'm a big pussy. And crash anyway. Of course, here's the section coming up where I brake late. But I'm going to brake now. I'm braking. That's much better. Still skimmed the wall. I thought I had it there. I still skimmed. The back wheel came off that wall. Even though I braked pretty much at the right time. And I thought I was going to make it. Literally just the back end of the bike just skimmed off the wall. And I lost it completely. I almost made it if it hadn't been for those meddling kids. And the bike just would not turn there. See, sometimes it can all just fall apart like a cheap suit. Right, well, this will finish off the qualifying session, and then we'll get into the race itself. And then, depending on how that goes, we'll do hopefully an event, a temporary event they call it. We'll do one of those like we always do, and then that will be the end of part 4. But there's still plenty to come, so don't go anywhere. Like I said, we've got this race to come. I'm going to try and get first. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. So then I get the experience points and the money, and I can upgrade a few parts of the bike itself. But then upgrading the bike seems almost pointless if I really do want to swap it out for a superbike. But that's what I mean by the whole career thing. Like, I don't think I can just swap out for a superbike. I think I need to go and exit out of this and go, I want to do a career in superbike and then start from scratch. Which, to be honest, I don't really fancy doing. You know? I've got that many games to play and to show off. I kind of want to... I don't want to be... There we go. So that just cut to that so that you can't finish a lap. That's a bit of a shame you can't finish a lap. In the F1 games, you could finish a lap. Any kind of short circuit racing, if you're doing your lap, you can finish it once the clock goes past. But obviously you can't in this game. But nevertheless, I came first. With actually Hutchie came second. He managed to pipe in second there. Followed by Connor Cummins, Brian McCormack, Jimmy Carr, James Hillier, Joey Thompson, Raul Torres Martinez, Xavier Denis, or Dennis, but I believe it's Xavier Denis, and Gary Johnson. So we will continue on. So there's our experience levels up to 6, and our upgrade points, we've got more of them. Confirm that. Right, so we're back here again. Let's go to the map. Now, that is where I was for the qualifying, and this is where we're starting the race. Does that mean it's the same part of the circuit? It doesn't look like it. This is St. John's Course Section 1, and I can't remember the exact name of the previous section, but it was Section 3. This is Section 1, so it's not an official race event. Complete the event to progress in the season. So we're going through St. John's, which has nothing to do with the qualifying we just did. It has nothing to do with the track layout, where we were good, where we were bad, learning that track layout in that 30 minutes. That's all out the window, because this is a whole different part of the circuit. So, yeah, great. As you can see, it's a lot straighter. But this is taking place in the afternoon, and it's clear, and we're going to start it. Now, I've got to hold the L1 button not to, where's the start? There we go. Not to jump start and get a 10-second penalty. Oh, we were actually doing it. It's not a mass start then. Jump started. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to restart the session, because that was honestly a mistake and a half. I guess this is just like the actual TT event. Nevertheless, we're on our way. Here we go. So 8 miles, as you can see. 8 miles. So that actually wanted me to brake a good bit further back there. I didn't actually brake that far back. Don't know why I wanted me to brake so far back. So if it's just like the TT, then these guys go off in 10 seconds.
Give her 90 face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Oh, Curtis Crow, what about you, mate? You all good? I'll give her a 90, but she'll end up on the wall. So now I've got pressure on me. I know someone's actually watching. Oh, ho, ho, ho. So this is what I mean. Like, so we just spent half an hour qualifying, and now we're racing on a completely different part of the circuit. Damn sexy biceps at that. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Right, down to 6 miles to go. I'm actually feeling not too bad. Haven't come off the bike, so that's good. I hope when I export this video over to YouTube that actually shows the chat, or else I'm going to look like I'm just talking nonsense to myself. Again, look at that sense of speed. Right, there's a bit of a corner coming up. I'll just lift off. Yeah, straight back onto it again. I'll lift off the next one. This one's slightly tighter, but there we go. Got through it. Not too bad there. Pretty fast section of the. It's a pretty fast section. The whole race. I do know there's a wee tricky corner coming up near the end. I've seen it in the map beforehand. Looks like almost like a hairpin. Don't think it's the hairpin, but it looks like a hairpin. Ah, fuck. Yep. First crash, not bad actually. That's not disastrous. You see the top it says 6 out of 10. I don't know if that's 6. Am I sitting in 6th? I wouldn't like to think so. Or is that 6 riders are now on the circuit? Because like I say, this is a time trial, so they come out. Now it's going down to 4. What's 3? What's this about? I'm confused. I'm confused, people. Ah, I messed that up. Oh, Jesus, that wasn't a good sight. Okay, but less than 2 miles to go. As you can see, we're actually getting near the end. Now, if I don't get first in this, I will definitely, and there's that corner coming up. If I don't get first in this, I will definitely be restarting it because I want to get my first place. Now, this is the tricky corner, as I was saying. It's definitely not the hairpin, but that is a hairpin. Ah, straight into almost into the wall. This is the, is this when you go into the grandstand, but it's backward? No, it's not backwards. It's not actually, it's a whole different place. Everywhere starts to look the same. But here we're near the end, people. Apart from those couple of crashes, I'm actually quite happy with this lap. With this race. I just don't know what the 8 out of 10 means. I don't like to think I'm 8th, because Jesus, if I am, then I'm in trouble. Well, no, I came first. There we go. So 4:45.199. Joey Thompson came second, almost 6 seconds slower. My average speed was the fastest, which I'm happy about, 104, and my max speed. Now again, there's a discrepancy there because I have the fastest average speed, but the slowest max speed. I don't understand that. That's been a common theme in this game where your speeds just don't quite match up. You know, how can I be? Well, 6 miles per hour isn't really that much, really, difference, I suppose. But still, It just seems, what's the temps info? Attempt 1. Oh, it's okay, okay. So that would be your best times. Never actually noticed that before. That's kind of cool. Right, so there you go. I came first, so I can continue. That's passed. So 8 experience level, update 8, and the upgrade points. So let's see what we can update in this bike, if anything. I want to try and get the handling to be better. But then, let's have a look. Is there a way to... See, so if I go into... See where you have this timeline here. So we're currently sitting on the orange stop clock, for lack of a better term. That's how far we are on that. So if we do a superbike season, it's going to start again. So what I might do is finish off the super sport. I don't know, actually. I'm in two minds now. Because just the way these videos have been named, I haven't mentioned just being a super sport season. So I wonder, will we do all of super sport and then finish the super sport, go to the TT race itself, win the trophy hopefully, and then do the superbike season as just continuous parts as well. So say the last super sport video was part 9, and the first superbike video would be part 10. Should we do it that way? I guess we'll do it that way. It's okay. So anyway, I'm back in the game. So we're going to go in here. We're going to see if we can upgrade the bike. We can't really do anything with the fuel tank. That's basically... We can tune the gas, we can tune the fuel, but it's basically done itself. So what do we want to upgrade? So that makes the bike slightly lighter. And some more performance points. The engine's always good to... Yeah, we'll upgrade that to a very decent engine. Fairing... Again, drag would be reduced and weight would be reduced. Not by much, marginal at best. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do that. Alright, so there we go. So as you can see, we've done 3 out of 8 on the qualifying and the racing. So there's the next qualifying event, but forget about that for now. What we're going to maybe do is do Clipes course full circuit temporary challenge. Try to set your best time before the challenge ends. You can replay it until the time runs out. You can only collect the reward after the challenge ends. This afternoon. And so last time we did an overcast, that's Dean Harrison by the way in the picture. The last time we did an overcast race, it was actually pissing down. So that was fun. In fact, this could be the exact same one. I'm not sure. Will we do it? I say we do it. Let's do it. We'll do this. Right, let's start her up, boy. Well, good news is it's dry. There we go. See, I always mess up the start. You really don't want to really. As good as it looks, all you do is lose power. Problem is, I'm pulling the trigger too hard and I'm revving it too high up. All I really want to do is have the revs pretty low and release the clutch with the revs sitting between probably about 2,000 revs, and then she should technically take off nice and steady. Of course, you may not have the overall... Fucking hell, that's not good. You may not have the overall, you know, mass speed to shoot you off, but you'll certainly go off at a smoother and faster rate than you would if you just wheelied her. Because once the front wheel hits the ground, then basically you've lost all power and you're starting over again. That's why you spin your reels, literally spinning your reels, lifting the front up. Then the front comes back down. You have to almost slow it down to get the front back down. So it's not the best way to start a race. Wheelies are not faster; they're slower. They just look impressive. But this is just one lap, one full lap. Now, I would imagine this is going to take probably in the guts of, I would say 12 minutes going by the length of the course from that map and comparing it to the previous one, which took about 13, 14 minutes. But that was in the red with a lot of crashes. This is dry, so should be less crashes and faster speed. I mean, look at this. These guys do this like for real this year. That's mad, like. There's everyone out waving me on. Hello, everyone. Oh shit. There we go. Wasn't too bad. I would love to play the entire game in that first person viewpoint from inside the helmet, but honestly I am shite. Like, I would love to play the whole game like this. But I can't because I'm no good at it. Hey, I've got timings up anyway. I'm first, which is good news. Oh, Jesus, this is so hard. It's like twice the effort to do it from third person viewpoint just because your concentration levels are so high. And the camera is bobbing and weaving all over the show. Ah, man. See, that was a play. I was actually impressed by how well I was doing there. I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal. I'm going to try and do the rest of the lap like this. That might be actually idiotic, but I'm going to try.
That is a tough angle low.
Damn right it is, sir. It's really hard because, as you can see, the camera keeps zooming in, zooming out, bobbing and weaving. Like, the bike doesn't stay center off the screen. It is it just takes so much more effort and concentration, and then you start making mistakes like that, and it starts getting frustrating. But it's just so immersive to have this angle, like, that it seems a pain not to play as it. You see what I mean? The bike just kind of goes from out from behind you. Oh, can I keep it upright? Can I keep it upright? I did. That was just pure luck. So you hit the brakes, and then just like real life, you would lift your head up to try and create drag, and then as soon as you hit the accelerator, you're tucked back underneath the visor there, the windbreaker screen there, to try and reduce the drag again. So you're constantly getting that back and forth. So right now you'll be tucked in underneath that screen, and as soon as you hit the brakes, you'll see the camera lifts up because that's the rider lifting themselves up to create drag. And then as you tuck into the corners, then the bike all of a sudden just disappears. So you've got this constantly changing thing in front of you, just taking your viewpoint away from the track. On the other hand, you have this amazing sense of speed. And then you go flat out straight into a brick wall, and the speed pretty much stops. Now compare that to this, which is a bit more traditional. So you've lost the helmet cam. I will say this, in this one you get, oh, shit, fuck, where the hell did that come from? In this one you get a lot more of the bumps. You also get hands, by the way. I meant to show that last time. You actually have hands in this game. Such a small detail. This is a bit more traditional, this one, so you're further back as a crash. But here, where's the fun? So as you can see in this one, the camera's pretty much stationary and the bike just bobs and weaves around the camera itself, but the camera is stationary. But so's that wall, and I still crashed into it. Then you have this one, which isn't all that good. So I'd much prefer this viewpoint actually for this game. But like I said, that first person inside the helmet viewpoint it's just amazing. But it's 10 times harder. So there we go. So 750. I don't know what that means. Don't know if that's good or not. I have no idea. But we've been going for 51 minutes. So I think we will call that a day for this part. Go into the map again, and so that's still there. What is that? Create your own custom event by choosing from multiple. No, thank you. I'm going to stick to what is predestined for me. So, yes, in the next part, part 5, we will go into the time trial. Sorry, not the time trial, the qualifying session. The 4th qualifying session, and then the 4th race, which will put us halfway through the Super Sport career mode, I guess, before we actually get to the TT circuit. And then once we get to the TT circuit, we'll do a qualifying, we'll do the race, and then we will jump onto the, I can't speak tonight, we will jump onto the Superbike and start from scratch. I think that's the best way of doing it. So yeah, I've probably just doubled the amount of time I was going to spend with this game. But that's not a bad thing, because this game is fun. It's hard, but it's fun. But just thank you very much for watching. If you're watching me on Twitch, thank you very much. Please think about following me on the channel. It's free to do so. If you're watching this on YouTube, this is exported afterwards. It's done live on Twitch and then exported over to YouTube afterwards. If you're watching me there, thank you very much again. Please think about subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Everything helps the channel grow. And yes, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you will join me again in the next one. Please keep an eye out for more Adam Wolf coming up, maybe tomorrow night. And we have to get back to Truck Driver the American Dream at the weekend. And then, of course, we'll be back onto this game and House Builder. We have plenty more games to come, of course, but those are the ones I'm playing at the minute. So please join me again for those. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.